So my name is Aaron Tarnow, and I am the lead engineer with Wildpockets. And it is a 3D game development platform. It's an engine with development tools, and it's all web embedded. So we're looking to be a turnkey solution for indie developers. We're not looking at the mass market, at the EA type studios. We're looking to be more of an end-to-end solution for indies, for one or a few people who have problems with the little things of game development, like asset generation, like monetization, and all of those things that are really hard for indies to get around. We're trying to provide a kind of whole cloth solution for those developers. So it's all free. You sign up on wildpockets.com, you sign up for an account, and that gives you access to our full development tool suite, which is a web plugin. It runs as an ActiveX control in Internet Explorer, and it runs as an NP API plugin in Firefox. And you go and you download the plugin, and that's the only software you get. Everything else is hosted on our servers, and so there's a scene building tool that's web embedded. There is a scripting layer that's written in the language Lua, so you write your scripts in Lua, you do your local development, and that's really it. It's all hosted by us, so it's all automatically published online. Everything you do is de facto published, and so we provide you embed links and things like that, the way that like a YouTube video provides you a link and you can send it around to your friends and all of that. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting model. We own the engine. The engine is our IP. That's all built on, it's either technology we wrote or built on open source technology. It runs in OpenGL. And so the tools themselves are written on top of that in Lua. Those are also our IP. All of the engine content, the developer owns the content. You create content in Wildpockets, it belongs to you. And the IP is managed in a few different ways from that perspective. You can choose to make your assets that you develop public to the entire Wildpockets community. So in that way, you still own the rights to it, but you are agreeing to open it up that anybody else that makes a Wildpockets game can use your content for free. So you can choose to do that, or you can choose to keep your content private, in which case you own everything. We have a built-in transaction system that enables a developer to monetize either a whole game at once or a level pack or content in a game. All of that is done through API calls in the Wildpockets engine. And we monetize by basically taking a small cut of that. We're projecting that a developer keeps somewhere in the neighborhood of 75 to 90%, as I look at my cue card over here, somewhere between 75 and 90% of the total profits, which is pretty unheard of in that industry, which we're pretty excited about. And our cut comes from the top of that.
And it works?
And it works. It is all in place. We have proofs of concept. We have games out there. The engine is still in beta. We're probably something on the order of 6 months to a year out from what I would call maturity. But we are out in version 1.6. We have 4,500 users right now, and we have proofs of concept. We have games out there that are using the transaction system, that are making money, from their level packs, and yeah, it's all in place. It's a web embedded engine, so it's for the platform of the web. Right now, we are compatible with Internet Explorer 7+ and Firefox 2+. We are Windows only at the moment, but we are, technologically very, very close to Mac port. Everything is OpenGL, and we wrote everything to be as open as possible. And so we've been playing around with a Mac. We're getting real close to Mac compatibility. We are really just a matter of putting the engineering time in for Chrome compatibility as well, and Safari compatibility. That's all just a matter of building an installer, and we're pretty close technologically to all of those things as well. So we've had some talks about porting to OpenGL ES to work on mobile. OpenGL ES is still a little new. And the trade-off would be the games wouldn't look as good, wouldn't be as immersive, and so we're trying to figure out how to play that. We've had some talks about WebGL, so we definitely like to be as pervasive as we can. Obviously, the plan is to be as pervasive as we can with respect to being a web platform. So you have a URL, and that's the URL for your game, and that game can be played absolutely anywhere that you have internet access. Yeah, I think this is a really cool feature of Wildpockets. It's brand new. It came out a couple of weeks ago, and we've already seen a lot of artists get really, really into it. What we've done is, so Wildpockets accepts assets from Maya and from 3ds Max and from Blender. And what we've done is we've added to our exporter a one-button web publish. Which is you bring the exporter in and you just hit the publish button, and not only does it export the asset into our engine, but because we host all the content, it drops your content into the Wildpockets model viewer, which is a full 3D model viewer in the web, and it gives you a URL that you can embed that and link to it. So we're seeing a lot of artists that have tried to preview their content online, that have tried to put together portfolios for hiring or for schools, that have put together web portfolios that basically contain either flash renderings or 2D still images of their art. And we're seeing those artists get really excited about the idea of being able to have a full 3D render right in their web portfolio just by, with really doing absolutely no programming. So I'm really excited about that.